My child, can you give me 1 minute? Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Don't slip away from this breath, from this holy pause in the middle of your day. I am stepping into your day, into your thoughts, into your atmosphere, not to overwhelm you, not to demand from you, but to shield you from missing what is near. Just 1 minute of your attention, one unclenched moment, one long inhale with me. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw soften, let your mind be here. Not because I require performance from you, but because something you have been praying for is close, closer than you realize, and I do not want distraction to steal it from you. Listen to me, my beloved child. This moment is not random. It is not accidental. I aligned it with your life. Heaven placed this exact minute on the timeline of your days because you have been walking through a threshold season, and thresholds require awareness. You have been feeling it, uneasy, unsettled, unready, and you wondered if that meant you were behind, disqualified, or out of step. Hear me with the weight of my love. Unready is not disqualification. Unready is often confirmation. You are being moved before your emotions catch up, advanced before your confidence arrives, drawn forward before your familiar can soothe you. That discomfort, it is not a detour. It is evidence that I am carrying you into something you asked me for when you thought I wasn't listening. Give me 1 minute to reframe your now. Give me one breath to realign your attention with my timing. Attention is alignment. Presence is permission. When you attend to me, you agree with where I am taking you, even if your feelings have not yet found their footing. You will not miss this if you will be here, even for this moment, even for this sentence, even for this breath. I want you to know why you have felt the ground shifting beneath your feet. I want you to recognize yourself in the mirror I am about to hold up. You will see 7 signs, gentle at first, then stronger, that your purpose is opening in front of you. You will notice distractions losing their power, and it will feel like loss. You will watch doors close and assume it means no, but I will show you how it was protection. Your convictions will sharpen, relationships will shift. Responsibility will increase even as your knees shake. Resistance will press harder because what is coming is near, and woven through all of it will be that feeling of not being ready, and I will show you why that is the first sign I am moving you. Do not run from this. Stay with me. You do not need to fix everything in this minute. You only need to be awake. I am here. I never left you, and I placed this moment in your path so you would know. You are not lost. You are being led. My child, I saw the hidden battle. I saw the quiet tears in the shower when the water disguised your crying. I saw the way you pressed your face into the pillow so your sobs wouldn't wake anyone. I saw the forced smile you practiced in the car mirror before you walked into the room. I saw the way your mind wouldn't turn off at 2:17 a.m., counting what-ifs on the ceiling, replaying conversations, bargaining with tomorrow. I saw you perform strength you didn't feel, hold laughter that hurt your chest, carry competence like armor because you didn't know where it was safe to be soft. I saw you feeling behind while pretending you weren't even keeping score. I saw you say, "I'm fine," when your throat burned with the lie because you didn't want to burden anyone. I saw the numb days when you couldn't cry at all, when feeling nothing felt safer than feeling everything. You were not failing me in those moments. You were not rejecting your purpose. You were protecting yourself the only way you knew how. When memories stung and the world grew loud, you quieted what you could. When disappointment piled up like unwashed dishes in a sink you couldn't face, you turned away to breathe. That was not rebellion, it was triage. You were keeping your heart alive while you waited for rescue you couldn't name yet. I never accused you. I never left you. I sat beside you in the dark, counted every tear, and kept watch when you couldn't keep watch for yourself. You keep asking, how can my calling be close when my heart feels this messy? Listen to me. Your mess is not a measure of distance. It is a sign of transition. Turbulence does not mean you are falling. It means you are crossing a boundary in the atmosphere. When old coping stops working, when familiar comforts lose their flavor, when the shows don't numb you, when the scroll numbs you but leaves you emptier, this is the threshold announcing itself. The grace for old patterns is lifting because I am moving you into rooms your old patterns cannot survive. Unready hearts are pliable. Shaky knees are teachable. Your dependence is your doorway. You feel the friction because you are wearing yesterday's shoes on tomorrow's path. You feel fear because you sense weight you did not carry before. You feel numb because your nervous system has been overworking to protect you from constant noise. I am not shaming you for that. I am inviting you to notice what it reveals. You are standing at the edge of change. You prayed for more, and more requires new muscle, new margins, new mercy. You don't build those by feeling perfect. You build them by staying close. Be careful with how you label this season. If you call it failure, you will rush to patch what I am trying to transform. If you call it proof you are not chosen, you will push away the confirmations already arriving. Strange alignments, repeated phrases in conversations, an invitation you almost ignored, favor you didn't ask for, a hunger that returns when you stop numbing for a single hour. Do not miss these because you are busy prosecuting yourself. Do not miss these because self-doubt talks louder than my whisper. Let me say it plainly. Your messy emotions are not proof you are losing. They are proof you are close. The shaking is not punishment. It is preparation. I am steady, even when you are not. Stay present with me in this breath. Feel what you feel without fleeing it. Let me hold the part of you that is scared to be seen. You are closer than you think, and I am closer than your fear. My child, here is the first sign. You feel unready because I am moving you before you feel strong. The gap you sense, the holy mismatch between what you can feel in your spirit and what you believe you can carry with your hands, is not contradiction. It is calling, stretching you to fit what I placed in front of you. You feel the invitation before you feel the muscle. You sense the weight before you see the wings. I do this on purpose. I move your life forward and let your emotions catch up in motion. Because if you waited to feel perfectly ready, you would wait past the window I prepared. Readiness, as you define it, is comfort. Readiness, as I design it, is trust. You feel it, don't you? The tug toward more and the tremble in your knees at the same time. That tremble is not a warning to run. It is the sign you are crossing into purpose. Unready shows up as whispers that sound like logic but smell like fear. Who am I to do this? What if I start and they see I'm not enough? What if I fail in public and can never outrun the echo? It shows up in the draft you never send, the application you open but don't submit, the message you rewrite 10 times and leave in your notes. It hides inside research that has become a stall, inside planning that has become procrastination. It makes you over-prepare for rooms you were already invited into, over-explain gifts I already gave you, overthink the step I am asking you to take. It keeps you rearranging the furniture of what-ifs, while the door I opened waits for your foot. It makes you fear being seen, not because you are ashamed of the dream, but because you are afraid the dream will expose your beginnings. Hear me. Beginnings are supposed to look like beginnings. Not because you are inadequate, my child, but because purpose requires dependence and growth. If you felt complete strength on day one, you would forget to reach for my hand. If everything fit like a glove, you would assume you built it yourself. I am not humiliating you with this stretch. I am clothing you in a size you are growing into. I am enlarging your capacity, not exposing your lack. Dependence is not a downgrade from competence. It is the doorway to grace. You were not chosen because you finished becoming. You were chosen because I committed to guide your becoming. Being chosen does not mean you will never shake. It means when you shake, I steady you. Listen to how I do it. I supply strength inside the step, not outside it. Confidence grows under the weight of carried obedience, not in the safety of speculation. You will discover language while speaking, courage while showing up, skill while serving, wisdom while walking. I will put helpers in your path. You would never have met had you decided to wait for perfect. I will teach you in real time, protect you in real time, correct you in real time. I do not send you alone, and I do not send you naked. I cover you with timing, with favor that doesn't make sense, with mercy that mends your missteps as you go. So if you feel unready, lift your eyes and watch the scene around you. Notice what has been happening while you wrestled with your worth. Distractions that used to seduce you have started losing their flavor. Conversations repeat the same phrases back to you like echoes. A door you thought you wanted closed before you could enter. A quiet conviction keeps returning even when convenience argues back. Pay attention. The environment shifts when purpose draws near. The room tilts toward the assignment. The path clears in ways you could not engineer. I am moving you, my child. Let the tremble tell you the truth. You are not late. You are being led. My child, here is the next sign. I have been quieting what once distracted you, and it feels like loss. The shows you used to binge feel loud in your spirit. The endless scroll that numbed your edges now leaves you emptier than you started. The background noise you kept on just to avoid your thoughts suddenly irritates you. The group chat drains you. The calendar that used to make you feel important now makes you feel invisible to yourself. What pacified you doesn't soften anything anymore. It is not that joy has left you. It is that anesthesia has stopped working. And that ache you feel when the noise fades, that ache is the sound of your attention waking up. Do not call this punishment. This is preparation. I am reclaiming your attention because your purpose requires your presence. You prayed for direction, and now I am teaching you how to hear it. I am turning down the volume of everything that drowns my whisper. I am closing the tabs in your mind that keep you half here, half anywhere. I am loosening the grip of false comforts so the real comfort can find you. You could once outrun yourself with busyness, but the grace for that is lifting because where I am taking you, presence is not optional. It is the doorway. Attention is alignment. When you give me your gaze, you give me permission to guide your feet. I know the quiet feels like loneliness at first. When the noise dies, the unprocessed things rise. Old grief stretches. Hidden fear tries new costumes. You are tempted to run back to the familiar hum, to reopen the app, to fill the space so you do not have to feel. Stay, breathe. I am in the quiet. I am not abandoning you to silence. I am clearing the room so clarity can sit with you. I am retraining your senses to notice subtlety, the nudge that says wait, the peace that says go, the check in your spirit that kept you from replying to what would have entangled you again. Stillness is not empty. It is seeded with instruction. Let the quiet be a sanctuary, not a sentence. You have felt it in small, sacred ways. You open the phone and nothing calls your name, so you set it down and step outside. The playlist skips and you choose the sound of your own breath. You cancel the thing you agreed to out of guilt and find relief washing over you. You sit in your car 5 extra minutes without the engine, and your heart finally tells you the truth. These are not random mood swings. These are training moments. I am restoring your appetite. Less sugar rush, more daily bread, less static, more signal. I am teaching you to be awake in your own life, to notice what repeats, to recognize the echo of my promise in unlikely places. And yes, when distractions lose their hold, access points shift. Invitations thin that used to flatter your loneliness. Rooms you once tolerated feel too small. Some conversations stall because they were powered by shared avoidance, not shared assignment. You will feel out of place in spaces you once hustled to be noticed in. Do not interpret this as rejection. Hear it as redirection. When attention aligns, allocations change. Where you spend your hours, who gets your unguarded self, what earns a yes. This is me pruning your calendar to fit your calling. Let me prepare you for what is next. As I quiet the noise, some doors will close, not to punish you, but to protect the clarity I am growing in you. As I quiet the noise, some relationships will shift, not to isolate you, but to reposition you. Feel the loss, but do not worship it. Bless the season it served and release it. What used to distract you is losing its grip, because what I have for you requires your whole heart awake. Stay present with me. Stay soft to my nudge. Your purpose is asking for your attention, and I am giving it back to you. My child, here is the next sign, and I know it stung. Doors closed suddenly, plans collapsed at the last minute, the email went silent right when hope rose, the interview felt perfect and then evaporated, the collaboration you counted on cooled without explanation, timelines slid and left you standing with packed bags and no boarding call. It felt personal. It felt like a verdict against your worth. You rehearsed what you said, replayed where you stood, tried to find the one wrong word, the one missed cue. You traced circles around yourself and called it analysis, but it was mourning. You grieved the hallway you thought would lead to the room you prayed for, and I am not dismissing your grief. I held it with you, but listen carefully. What felt like delay was often my hand protecting you from arriving somewhere that would cost you too much. Not because you were unworthy, but because the price that place would have demanded was your peace, your boundaries, your voice, your time, your softness, your attention, currencies too precious to spend on survival. I did not let the lock turn because I saw the contract beneath the conversation, the culture beneath the compliments, the compromise beneath the glitter. I stood in the doorway you begged to enter, and I said, not this one, not as punishment, but as a shield. I am not trying to keep you from good. I am keeping you from good that would devour great. You thought it was you. You made lists of your supposed inadequacies, flattened your personality to fit a template no one should be forced into, drafted apology messages to an absence that never wrote back. Hear me, it was not you failing, it was me guiding. Some rooms loved your output but not your humanity. Some platforms wanted your gift but not your growth. Some opportunities were sugar, rush first, crash later. I would not sacrifice your becoming to feed your impatience. I closed the door so you wouldn't close your heart. I heard every prayer you whispered about provision, about purpose, about timing you could bear. I lined up answers in places you could not see yet. Sometimes I had to reroute you to sync with provision that was still being released, with people who were still finishing their yes, with a table that was being rebuilt so you would not have to eat in a corner again. You call it delay. Heaven calls it staging. You think I am blocking, I am aligning. When what is withheld is mine to withhold, it is because what fits is on its way. So lift your chin. Watch for the difference. The door that is yours will not require you to beg for dignity. It will not demand you starve your convictions to sit there. It will meet you at the level of the character I am growing in you. It will open with a peace that steadies, favor that confirms, timing that doesn't yank you out of health. You will not have to shrink to be let in. You will stand as you and be welcomed. And when it opens, you will notice something else rising within you. Your inner compass will get louder. Tolerances will tighten. Your yes will carry weight and your no will land quicker. The closure you mourned will become the clarity you trust. This is the turn, my child, from being tossed by opportunity to being led by conviction. Stay with me. Your boundaries are about to become beautiful. My child, feel this next sign rising inside you like a steady drum. Your convictions are getting stronger, even when it makes life feel harder. You cannot keep agreeing with what violates your peace. You try to nod along and your spirit shakes its head. You attempt to soften the truth you know and your chest tightens. You open your mouth to say the easy thing and find your tongue choosing the honest thing. You feel compelled to be clean where you once cut corners, to be consistent where you once improvised, to be aligned where you once tolerated misalignment. This is not you becoming rigid. This is your inner compass being recalibrated to carry what is coming. Hear me. Stronger convictions are not restriction. They are protection for the weight your purpose will carry. I am not fencing you in to make you small. I am framing you to make you strong. Weight requires structure. Fire requires a hearth. Oil requires a vessel that does not leak. If I allowed you to sprint without standards, the very influence you prayed for would collapse the moment compromise found a crack. So I am tightening your tolerances. Your yes is growing heavier. Your no is landing quicker. Your margins are becoming meaningful. Not because I demand perfection, but because I am safeguarding your peace, your pace, your promise. You can feel the cost, and I am not blind to it. You are outgrowing certain conversations that live on gossip and complaint. Jokes that degrade someone else no longer sit right in your mouth. Habits that used to numb now feel like sand in your teeth. Environments that reward pretending now exhaust you in 10 minutes. Invitations arrive that look glittered, but the fine print asks you to betray yourself, and you cannot sign it anymore. Some will call you different, difficult, too much, no fun now, and you will feel misunderstood. Let me say it plainly, you are not becoming difficult, you are becoming directed. You are not rejecting people, you are refusing to reject yourself to keep them comfortable. Notice the small obediences that tell the truth of this shift. You return the thing you borrowed without being asked. You correct the number on the invoice when the error benefits you. You keep the promise you made to your own soul, to rest, to pray, to write, to train, when no one is watching. You apologize without a performance. You delete the thread that keeps luring you backward. You stop embellishing. You arrive on time. You leave when peace does. These are not random improvements. These are beams being set, joints being fastened, integrity being poured like concrete beneath the house of your calling. I know the loneliness that can echo in this stage. Old support systems start to feel too loose, too loud, or too late. The circle that cheered your hustle may not honor your holiness. The friend who loved your spontaneity may not celebrate your stewardship. Do not panic. Do not sprint back to comfort at the first sign of misunderstanding. As convictions intensify, certain scaffolds must come down so I can build with stronger materials. I am already forming new alignments, voices that cannot be bought by flattery, partners who share your standards, mentors who prize your soul more than your speed, communities where your no is respected and your yes is not exploited. You will not have to over-explain your boundaries in the rooms I am preparing. You will not be punished for protecting what I entrusted to you. Stay soft while you become firm. Keep your tenderness, let go of appeasement. Hold your compassion without handing over your compass, not because I want you isolated, but because I am positioning you. These convictions are my keeping, my security system around the treasure I placed in you. Yield to them, trust them, walk with them. They are not here to shrink your life. They are here to strengthen your life for what is about to rest upon it. My child, here is the next sign, and I know it can feel like a slow ache. I am separating you, not to isolate you, but to reposition you. Lately you have felt out of place in rooms that once felt like home. The old jokes don't land. The familiar couch doesn't comfort. The spaces where you learned to belong now pinch like shoes you've outgrown. You walk into gatherings with people you love and still feel strangely alone, as if your chair has been nudged a few inches away from the table. You look around workplaces, church rows, group texts, and you feel the thinness, like you are present in body, but some deeper part is already standing at a threshold. Hear me. You are not broken. You are being moved. Do not call this abandonment. This is alignment. I am not punishing you with distance. I am pulling you out of patterns that keep you small. I am not making you too much for the people who matter. I am making you honest enough to notice where you were shrinking. When you feel like the extra one in the room, it is often a sign the room has grown too small for who you are becoming. When conversation tastes like air and you have to edit your convictions to be palatable, that is your spirit telling you the season of fitting in is ending, so the season of fitting purpose can begin. Separation is not exile, it is exodus. I know it hurts to outgrow what once held you. I am not asking you to pretend it doesn't. You may grieve a favorite routine, a safe tradition, a friendship that no longer tracks with your new pace. Let the tears come if they need to. Bless what was. Honor the ways it carried you, but do not build a shrine to a season I am asking you to release. Mourning is holy. Returning to what diminishes you is not. You can love who they are and still refuse to betray who you are becoming. You can keep the bridge without keeping the same traffic. You can hold tenderness without halting your transition. Listen to my promise. I will not move you and leave you unsupported. I will send the right helpers, the right mentors, the right peers, the right confirmations. They may not look like the circles you are leaving. Some will be older than you expected, steadier than you imagined. Some will be younger but carry language for what you carry. Some will be quiet and unflashy but will hold your integrity like treasure. Be awake so you can recognize them. Peace will identify them. Honor will identify them. The way they challenge you without shaming you will identify them. You will hear phrases you've been hearing in prayer repeated back to you by strangers. A meeting you didn't force will align with a need you didn't voice. Emails, open doors, and chance conversations will echo the same theme, and your insides will say, "Pay attention." These are not coincidences, these are coordinates. As I reposition you, invitations will change. Opportunities will knock that feel slightly too big for your current comfort. Visibility will nudge you out from behind the curtain. Responsibility will begin to gather at your feet. Do not panic. This is how purpose announces itself to a life that has been rearranged to hold it. Say yes where peace and conviction agree. Say no where access requires you to go numb. Stand where I set you and let your new footing feel foreign until it becomes familiar. If you feel out of place, it may be because you are being moved into the place you were made for. Stay present with me. The right room is opening and your name is already on the seat. My child, here is the next sign, and I know you feel it in your chest. Responsibility is increasing, and so is the fear of being seen. More people are asking for you by name. More tasks are landing on your desk without you campaigning for them. More invitations to lead, to speak, to create, to serve are knocking at odd hours. Keys are being placed in your hand. Rooms are turning when you walk in. Sudden emails say, "Could you take this? We trust your voice on this. Can you cover? Can you lead?" And even as you say yes with your mouth, your hands tremble under the table. You feel the weight, the visibility, the possibility of being fully noticed. Hear me, this is not punishment, this is promotion. You are being stretched into your assignment. I know why your body tightens. Visibility presses on old wounds. It reminds you of classrooms where you raised your hand and were laughed at, of family tables where your ideas were dismissed, of moments you tried hard and were told it was still not enough. You fear judgment, eyes waiting for your misstep. You fear failure, mistakes archived and replayed. You fear exposure, someone discovering you don't know enough, as if purpose required encyclopedias instead of obedience. So you over-explain before you begin. You apologize for existing in the first paragraph. You shrink your wins in real time. You rehearse disaster to pre-grieve humiliation that hasn't happened. You make yourself small to feel safe. My child, I see every flinch, and I am not angry at it. I am healing it. Let me reframe this for you. Increased responsibility is not a trap to shame you. It is confirmation that growth has been noticed in you. Doors do not hand out weight to those who cannot bear it. People are discerning strength in you that you learn to ignore. Grace has been growing quietly while you thought you were only surviving. Training in my way is not hidden forever. It ripens in real time. You do not learn to steer by circling a parking lot at midnight forever. You learn on the road with me in the passenger seat, guiding, correcting, steadying your hands. I am not throwing you to wolves. I am walking you onto the field I equipped you to play on. Mastery matures under movement. Clarity arrives mid-sentence. Courage grows when you are slightly beyond your comfort, but still within my covering. I am not sending you alone. I am pacing you. I am standing behind you when you speak, placing words you didn't plan on your tongue when it matters, sending a calm through your body when panic tries to spike, arranging the right question so you can release the answer already inside you, weaving helpers into the moment, an elder who nods at the right time, a friend who prays while you present, a colleague who carries a piece you don't have yet. I will not let a single misstep disqualify you. I will turn what you call awkward into authentic, what you call late into layered wisdom, what you call small into seed. I will teach you how to carry visibility without losing your privacy, how to receive feedback without surrendering your voice, how to serve more people without abandoning your own soul. I will give you language. I will give you timing. I will give you rest even as reach expands. And as acceleration comes, do not be surprised when friction increases. Expect the odd resistance, the sudden tech glitch, the scheduling scramble, the misunderstanding that seems to come out of nowhere, the old insecurity waking like a ghost, the stray criticism that stings more than it should. This is not a sign that you misheard me. This is a sign that the threshold is near. Pressure often spikes at the gate. Shadows grow loud when light draws close. Do not retreat into hiding because nerves rattle your bones. Do not sabotage a new level to protect an old comfort. Plant your feet. Breathe with me. Let the trembling body stand under a steady word. You are not being exposed to be embarrassed. You are being revealed to be effective. Keep moving, my child. Your assignment is finding you, and I am here every step, every stage, every unseen prayer between. My child, here is the next sign, and you have been living it in real time. Resistance has intensified, because what's coming is close. You wake with unusual discouragement that doesn't match the facts. A heaviness sits on your chest right before the meeting you prayed for. A sudden wave of comparison hits from a random scroll, making your progress feel like dust. You sit to write and your thoughts fog. You go to send the message and your hands go cold. You find a fatigue that wasn't there all day suddenly arrive the moment you begin the work that matters. Old temptations knock louder on the very night you chose a new path. Strange snags appear, tiny tech failures, missed trains, last-minute cancellations, misunderstandings that bloom out of nothing, sleep that won't settle, like a swarm of small stings designed to send you back to bed. Hear me, this is not all a sign to stop. often it is proof you are nearing a door that matters. Not every closed window is a wall. Sometimes it is wind announcing a runway. Headwinds rise when planes are about to lift. Friction grows where momentum gathers. The shadow gets loud when the threshold is near. You think, maybe I misheard. Maybe this is too much. Maybe I should pause until I feel certain again. And certainty, pretending to be safety, tries to replace courage. My child, I did not bring you this far to leave you stranded at the gate. When resistance rises at the same time as your calling, do not assume you are wrong. Assume you are close. Let me speak plainly. Beware of the three escapes that steal harvest: rushing, numbing, and distraction. Rushing will make you grab the first door because you are tired of standing at the right one. Numbing will offer quick relief and then blur the very signals I am sending to guide you through. Distraction will hand you a tiny dopamine prize and charge you your focus in return. If you sprint, you may miss the confirmation already forming. If you anesthetize, you may sleep through the alignment I arranged. If you scroll past the ache, you may skim over the sentence that would have steadied you. You were so close to missing something that has your name on it. Do not slip away now. I saw every time you wanted to give up. I saw the bathroom break where you stood holding the sink, whispering, "I can't." I saw the car ride with music off because silence was the only prayer you could offer. I saw you roll over in the night and reach into the dark for assurance. I held you. I steadied your breath. I did not leave. I have been working behind what you can see, lining up timing, softening hearts, stitching together provision, strengthening your spine in ways you only notice when you stand under new weight and do not fall. So here is what you do when resistance surges. Slow down without stopping. Breathe and name the next faithful inch. Choose presence over panic, eyes on me, not on the noise. Speak what is true out loud so lies lose their volume. Guard your morning and your margin. Keep your body in kindness, water, rest, movement, because clarity loves cared for vessels. Return to your convictions and let them set your pace. Keep your yes where peace and purpose agree, and protect your no from pressure that counterfeits urgency. You do not need to feel brave to be obedient. You need to be obedient to discover that you are braver than you remember. Stay with me, stay soft, stay moving. The door you've been walking toward is nearer than your nerves, and I am here, hand on your back, ready to lead you through. My child, here is how you respond when you recognize yourself in these words. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Don't slip back into the noise you just climbed out of. Give me 1 minute, just this breath, just this moment, and make it a pattern. Choose stillness daily, not an hour you cannot find, not perfection you cannot keep. 1 minute that becomes 2, 2 that become 5, 5 that tune your inner ear back to my voice. Attention is alignment. Alignment becomes clarity. Clarity becomes courage. Let this be your simple order of operations. Be still, be with me, and then be led. When panic tries to run the show, replace it with obedience. You do not need the blueprint to take the next faithful inch. You are not asked to leap the staircase. You are asked to take the next step with me. Make the call you keep delaying. Open the document and write the first paragraph. Send the honest reply. Decline the thing that costs you your peace. Go for the walk that clears the fog. Clean the corner that keeps whispering chaos. Schedule the appointment. Apologize without a speech. Bless the boundary and keep it. Purpose does not arrive as a single thunderclap. It unfolds through small yeses that stack into a life you recognize as mine. Be emotionally honest with me. Bring fear into the light. It cannot grow where it is named. Say it. I'm scared of being seen. I'm scared of failing. I'm scared of doing it wrong. I can work with truth. I do not shame trembling hands. I steady them. You do not need to be fearless to be faithful. You need to be willing. Let your voice shake and tell the truth anyway. Let your knees knock and step anyway. Let the tear fall and choose anyway. I have never waited for you to feel nothing in order to begin something. I move with your yes, not your adrenaline. Hear me clearly, you are not behind. I hold the clock you fear. What you call late, I often call protected. I slowed what would have sped you into a room without support. I rerouted you to sync with provision that had not arrived yet. I let certain seasons stretch so character could catch up to calling. Regret will try to narrate your timeline. Do not give it the microphone. I redeem time by redeeming you in time. Wisdom you didn't have then, strength you did not carry then, peace you could not keep then. You are on a guided path, not a guessing game. Guard your attention. Do not disappear back into distraction just because discomfort visits. When the ache rises, do not anesthetize it. Breathe it. Name it to me and stay awake. Protect your mornings and your margins. Put your phone down for the first 10 minutes and put your hand on your heart instead. Drink water. Eat what gives you energy, not just escape. Step outside and let your eyes find horizon. Write down what I whisper. Your memory is kind, but your notebook is kinder. Keep your circle honest and small enough to hear one another breathe. Return to the convictions I have been strengthening in you and let them set your pace. Your yes where peace and purpose agree. Your no where pressure counterfeits urgency. Stay present, stay soft, stay moving. Present with me, with yourself, with the people are sending. Soft, tender enough to feel and hear, unafraid to be kind while you get firm. Moving inch by inch, step by step, refusing the paralysis of perfection. If you can do this today, just today, you will find tomorrow meeting you with more grace than you expected. Whisper your yes now. Breathe with me now. In the quiet, I am aligning you. In the next right step, I am advancing you. Keep your eyes open, my child. What is close requires you awake enough to receive it. My child, stay with me for one more breath, because I want to seal this in you. Hear me and let it settle. I never left you, not for a second. Not in the sleepless nights, not in the quiet drive when you swallowed your cries. Not in the small, trembling yeses that felt invisible to everyone else. I saw the effort you thought didn't count, the drafts that never posted, the prayers that were more groan than sentence, the walks you took to keep from breaking, the boundaries you kept when it cost you an audience. None of it was wasted, not one tear, not one try, not one no that protected your soul. I carried them all, and I am returning them as peace, as timing, as provision opening at the moment you can hold it. You are not disqualified by feeling unready. You are being prepared, protected, and positioned to receive what I promised. Something with your name on it is approaching, and you will know it is yours because peace will meet you at the door. Clarity will simplify what fear made complicated. Alignment will confirm itself 3 ways: internally in your spirit, externally in wise counsel, practically in provision that arrives without panic. The room will not demand your dignity as a fee. The terms will honor the convictions I strengthened in you. You will recognize it by the steady joy beneath your nerves, by the way your yes and your health can stand in the same sentence, by the echo of phrases I have been whispering to you, showing up in places you didn't force. Do not rush. Do not numb. Do not distract yourself into missing it. Be present enough to notice what is already forming around you. Now make a simple public act of agreement. Plant your flag where you can see it tomorrow. In the comments, write one line as your testimony and commitment. I will not miss it. Or, God is aligning me. Or, my yes is stronger than my fear. This is not performance. This is partnership. Your words agreeing with the work I am doing within you. Place your hand on your heart and breathe with me. Then write a single sentence of gratitude to anchor this moment. Thank you, God, for holding my hand while I feel unready. If this word steadied you and you want to help it reach someone standing where you stood, partner with this mission. Your support through a super thanks helps carry hope, peace, and devotion to hearts that are about to quit. Not because I need your money to move, but because generosity turns your agreement into someone else's answered prayer. Now seal it with action. Whisper yes. Breathe slow. Share this with someone who feels unready but is being called. Keep your eyes open. I am here, I am near, and I am leading you through. I never left you, not for a second.